Hey, what's up guys, I'm X-Poison, and in this video I'm going to show you the best way to get the My Kung Fu is Strong and My Kung Fu is Stronger trophies in Mortal Kombat. In order to get these, you need to gain mastery of each character. Now, first things first, I'm sure you already know the criteria to complete for each character in order to gain mastery of them, but just in case you don't, you can go into Necropolis and check this out. And there they are on the screen right now. For referencing purposes, I've made that little checkbox at the top right of the screen, and I'll be ticking it off as I show you the ways to fulfill each criteria. Right, let's crack on then. The first thing you want to do is the X-rays, mainly because there are more of them to do, but also because the other criteria can be done while doing X-rays and then carried on together afterwards. Basically, it makes it quicker to complete them. So anyway, you're going to need two controllers for this, unfortunately, and I am sorry, but any controller compatible with your console can be used. By that I mean any cheap sort of shabby one you can find, or borrow from a friend or something. Like anything goes, to be honest. Anyway, go into options and change the rounds to 3. Then get yourself into a 2v2 match, while having the character you want to gain mastery of be your first character, and then any other random character for your team, anyone will do. For player 2, any random players will do. I just chose Kitana and Sub-Zero, but you can sort of choose any, it doesn't really matter. Now here's the tricky part, you need to put in a code in the loading screen. So just as it's loading, it'll ask you to input some buttons from your controller. That is 466 on both controllers, so that's 466. On your PlayStation controller, it'll be 4 times square, 6 times triangle, and 6 times circle for both controllers, that is. So in the end of it, you'll have your screen will be showing something like what my screen is showing right now. If you've done it right, you should have an unlimited super meter in the game. You'll see that, like I have. So what you gotta do now is just spam your X-rays on both characters on all 3 rounds that you have to play. If you keep doing this, doing a rematch after every win, and you should get around 20 to 24 X-rays per game done if you've done it right. And at the end of it, don't forget to use a fatality, because you're gonna need to rack them up too. Yeah, and so that's the way the X-rays are done. Moving on to the victories and fatalities, I say them together because you can get them both at the same time. So make sure you do this after you've got your 150 X-rays for your character. And again, you're going to need a second controller for this. So right, change the rounds to 1 and go into a normal 1v1 versus match with a second controller. Player 1 should be the character you want to gain mastery of, and player 2 can be anyone random, it doesn't really matter. And for these matches, you need to put in a code for another code for this loading screen, and the code is 044 for controller 1 and 440 for controller 2. So on the PlayStation's controller, it will be triangle 4 times and circle 4 times on controller 1, and then on controller 2 it will be square 4 times and triangle 4 times, and the code should look like what my screen is showing at the moment. If you done it right, in the game you'll have a thing called Sun's Power Cheat unlocked, and you will see that the life bar on both characters is on critical, and so just one punch and you'll get a chance to do your fatality. For each win you get a victory and a fatality, so if you can do about 2 or 3 per minute, you'll get about 60 to 90 fatalities and victories done in about half an hour, so that can be done quite quickly. When you're doing those games for the X-rays and the fatalities and the victories, you'll also get your bloodshed criteria fulfilled along the way, so that can be ticked off too for now. And last but not least, the 24 hours of use of a character. This is the most dreadful criteria in my opinion, but it's not so bad to do once you sort of know my strategy. You only need 1 controller for this, and the strategy is quite simple. Get yourself into a tag team practice match, choose 2 characters you want to get the hourly use of, and once you're into the match, leave the controller and let the PS3 run. It's simple as that. You can do this while you're at work or school or something, college maybe. I personally left it on overnight, so you can do that too. Leave it for however long you want to. However long you think it's reasonable, I guess, and the time will rack up eventually, and you'll eventually get the 24 hours criteria fulfilled this way. You'll need to do all 4 or 5 of these criteria for each character in order to get the My Kung Fu is Stronger trophy, and it will take some time, but it will all be worth it in the end when you see that platinum pop up. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to post more trophy help up soon. And until then, I'll see you around.